You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na Politics and the People, the program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Where they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Tuesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangora.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today na Tuesday, the 28th day of October 2025. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can dedicate this time for talk again about Kush. Also, we get a nationwide update as to waiting don't they happen. This morning, we understand, say, the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency, they out na different parts them na free tongue, they get a people them where we don't come in contact with Kush, where especially the one that we don't get the source them. How this operation yeah so they happen, we go for give you live updates from Freetong, and also we go na different parts them na the country for know how they fight against Kush Stanlek na the different districts them.
Alright, we still continue with we role as a media house, as on all know say, from where this crisis begin at Freetong, Liberty TV continue for talk bottom. And we still there on this particular topic because this na story of national interest, and as on all know, Liberty TV there for focus on story that we get for do with public interest. And this particular drug abuse now one of the major crises right now where the country they continue with. And as we all know, we not just want for focus na Freetong. Today we dey take una na different parts them na the country for let una self for they watch and listen with this morning get a perspective on how this particular substance abuse they affect people them all over the country. Or we don't they talk to experts them, or we don't they talk to different people them. So today we decide say let we go na the upline parts them so that we go able for know how this particular drug abuse not to push no more na the problem right now. So many drugs then they out there, and as another hear from testimony from comrade them picking them where they go to school right now, they in contact with them drugs there, so where they waste their life them. So one for knowing they happen at the upline parts them, how it sound like, waiting stakeholders them they do now for ensure say then try for put this particular crisis under control. As another area last week we host somebody from government, where na the director of communications na State House, we tell we about the mechanism them where governments don't put in place for ensure say then tackle this problem. So today we're gonna the upline parts them, and from there we come back na Freetong. Also information reach we say this morning the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency they out there for get our people them we don't become addicted, the one they don't get source then at them body, and the one they will not get cipher tap. So this edition will dedicate time for giving a general nationwide update on how the fight against Kush they go on now.
All right, so let we start on the Far East. We dey go talk to we colleague journalists, we Dena Kailaun, and we dey get them on the phone for get an update on what's in the happen there. We get Augustine Samba Thomas, ATT, when a reporter for SLBC Kailaun. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show, Augustine.
Yes, good morning, Mama, and good morning to the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, just give a picture for us how the substance abuse stand like na Kailaun. Where we talk about drugs and free tongue, yeah. So many young people don't they take Kush, especially we can make many of them can end up die. How the picture stand like na Kailaun?
Well, thank you very much. In the first place, as you mentioned, the issue of drugs or substance abuse in Kailaun self-day increase. The intake of Kush in particular don't rampant inside Kailaun. We even don't make a lot of people don't feel discouraged. A lot of blame games they come into this. We like so many people don't they blame authorities. We then they have power for like make them take decision against this issue of drugs business to make it done once and for all inside this country we in a salon. Inside Kailaun self, this issue of drugs, most especially the Kush, they in rampage. And for Kailaun, not to only Kush, this other one way them called Ramadan, also really very serious. In fact, in common among school picking them, where then they even go to school. You defend out say school picking they go to school, they get Ramadan in bag during lunch hour, or where is tell you say as school picking, they go easy self, they go take that one day. You go to teach now, your attention, no go day that way they you get in your way how they think. So the issue of drugs they on a rampage. As I tell you, just within last week, from meetup Friday to Saturday, women them decide for make them even calm down a treat for make them protest against this issue of Kush and the Tramadol way rampant inside Kailaun district. Where they say the cannabis way this drugs here they destroy lifestyle is too much, and if they left on that way, the future generation will be seriously hindered, it will be seriously tampered with. So therefore, they want for countdown on streets, even though they will get advice from the police personnel, we like the need for observe some of the rules. If you want for protest, you want for do anything, there are rules we they observe. But that one they on the pipeline. And same way, so the local authorities themselves don't they decide, including the aid man them for youth groups and don't decide for me to come together and set vigilante team them so that then go the way the cartels, most especially in the Kailaun township, and same way so then checkpoint them. Because as I tell you, a lot of blames and don't they come. Some they say the police are responsible, the soldier are responsible because within the worker them bikes them and the motorcar them, they know they search them, let them go to search them, come motorcar them because they're not too convinced with them police them and some police them and some soldier that we they move with them bags and because then give one or two scenarios where one authority call and say then they don't suspect one or two soldier man where they can go to their communities them where then they sell Kush to people them. So that one they also now the pipeline they plan on that one they have so how then they set groups them now then checkpoints them now communities them for the worker and see how they go destroy them cartels and Kailaun. So Kailaun self, the only difference between Kailaun and Freetown and other cities right now, the number of deaths when they happen at the cities, they happen at Kailaun. But yeah, so before this time we get young people and where they engage into agriculture, where then not be the go school, but they engage into agriculture. They get groups them for go work, then get clubs them for go work for themselves, where they earn money for go make garden for themselves. But now if they pay policy for go work for you, by the time you go before they say 1-2 hours, you don't take Kush, you don't sleep. You go to talk to them, they respond. So man, they pay and self, they go work for you. And thief business battle increase. Kailaun, we know Kailaun for be a cocoa production district, a highly cocoa productive now. So, but this issue of Kush and other substances that also lead young people for go into thief. Every day you go to police station, na thief cases and other issues and way they surround the drugs and the rest of other things and way young people then don't go into.
One go they wonder the source outside this particular substance them where they talk about they come out from. Because na Freetown yeah, we don't they get conversation, we don't they get experts them, we don't make them clear say as we dey speak now, labs then na Freetown, outside then they manufacture them particular substance there. For Kailao, una don't able forget any information or direction as to outside the young people where they source this particular substance.
On these streets, we don't try as journalists for make we find out in we own way whether if now they manufacture them or na come then count. But from what we don't understand that na come for Kaila na come then they come with them. They can take them from other districts like Freetown, Bo and other areas where then they come with them inside Kaila because we don't find out anything like who said they manufacture Kush inside Kaila on the streets, but we don't find out say na come then they come with them. Remember say Kaila on the streets also share border with two different countries and the border business now so it too porous, not to all side the security day, not to all side and the man. We share border with Guinea and we share border with Liberia as well, but as I say, it's very porous. The border system very porous now. So we not find out say Naya then they manufacture, but we don't understand say na come then they come with inside the district.
For Freetown, yeah, like I've been telling you earlier, most of the one them where they take drugs, it can be visible on them where you can see them get source them where most of their times can die then source they're not can heal up. For Kaila, when I get any picture of visible young people where perhaps don't take drugs and then are streets.
Yes, then the pictures and the pictures are so much. Only that the too much sauce then not the it's then penda then in no past markets na Kailon, but itself a day. The one where then a street where then they sleep, na then table them that one they ramp on itself a day na so a day Kailon very seriously. Young people where then they take Kush and Tramadol, where then they sleep na table, where then they in a streets, that one they a seriously. But the issue of that penda, that big fruit and the rest of it is not too rampant in Kailon.
You will make mention earlier say school picking and the way even they go school now and then they catch them with tramadol na them bags them. What's in the school authorities them na Kailon they do about this?
Well, they only take action against most of the issues then because I don't witness one way. Of course, I don't make it true now. One of the schools within the township for good supervision on one or two issues. I meet up then kind of scenario then they we school picking. In fact, they just don't take them. Then left that Adam column. The partner gone. So a teacher come across that one day and find out. So he sent the picking home. For make it go call him parents. He go to the extent and tell the Pekin for make he left the school. That issue they be go on. Honestly, I not be able to follow up for make I know exactly how that issue they end. But in my presence, they been go for send the Pekin for let go call him parents so that they will can address them. The school authorities themselves they against this issue of drugs and then they take action against them.
What's in the police and a Kailon they do? Because some other parts where they get reports then even though they raid some communities now where perhaps can get ghetto or side them where them believe say then they sell drugs. Then they raid then kind place and they quarantine a Freetown. It happen at Kailon?
Kailon, before this time, that one day be they on very high. Then be they raid cartels them, then Jabba poach them. Even who said they be they sell them, pull them, they be the raid inside and then they scatter. But it come to a time, it come to a standstill. When we find out what's gonna be the reason, then say after where they be they arrest them, but where they smoke that Kush day, where they take that Ramadan day, where they be arrest them at some point in time, then take them all na courts, then go charge them and. The Salon government come with a law say all the one away then they smoke that one day now victims and therefore them for left them all. Now only the one them way then they come with them or within the sell and then are perpetrators. So because of this reason, it come with a lot of controversies between the police and that of the stakeholders because at the end of the day, the effort with the stakeholders and the police they apply for apprehend them one them within the smoke. Government can't tell us the need for left them. So the issue of raiding cartels and they put them for now it is on the low key, not too high as compared to the first time way it be on.
When I get any people like task force or civil society organizations them where they champion the fight against drugs na Kailon currently?
Well, the arrangement they own now, as I tell you earlier, the arrangement they own now for me they set up then task force them. But before this time it be there, but because of the government saying the smokers are victims and not perpetrators, so that may make us may come to a standstill. But then they own and now for see how then go revitalize this issue of task force and the rest of it.
All right. Many thanks for the updates we give here.
You're most welcome.
All right, well, that's now our colleague journalist from Kailaun. They give you updates on what's in the happen regarding the fights against drugs. And in Augustine Tamba Thomas, a reporter for SLBC Kailaun, as they give you a picture of what's in the happen and the fights against drugs in Kailaun.
All right, from Kailaun, we go now na Kono. Also, we get colleague Matia for give updates, but waiting they happen exactly na Kono. As we tell una today, once the country forget a picture of how the drug abuse, especially different substance them, what on the area say young people and they take now, we don't be crisis na the country. Good morning, Matia.
Good morning, Khadija, and good morning to Sierra Leoneans there.
All right, so they discuss Kush and other substance them this morning for Freetown. It's a crisis. It all reached to a point now. Also, they body them, then at different parts them at the street, and allegedly then they die from substance abuse. What's in the situation na Kono?
Well, the situation in Kono, different from what actually they happen in Freetown. Though Kono, when it comes to the death issue, the record that kind high number of say they see boku people that frequently in the street die one because of alleged Kush intake. But once in a while, such also can happen at the municipality of Kwedu, and also the concerns of how we all therefore work together, the government, community leaders, and the communities. Everybody just put hands on there for ensure say the issue of Kush we able for tackle and address under this country. So the story now other place them because of Kush, as a result of Kush, now also different from what in the happen na Korea. So and just like we said the see brother and everybody school then they really look up to government. So government will come with a solution we will for ensure say we able for address the issue of Kush. So Kush business now Kono, it also worries some, and the parent and everybody also keen for social government, and everybody will come with step up and try to see how we always, because leaders them also they know to do their own part. Now we at community level, at district level, and also the security force, police, everybody know they do their own part. But again, the question is well done. They can government is say that they do this, they don't form tax force them. Some of them tax force that's where they also they set up and then we distribute them. They're not functional in the sense you go form tax force, but if the resources not there for support, then tax force then they don't easy. Even if you go to we correctional centers that they're also overwhelmed, space business, all of them in a challenge in a fight against Kush business now Korea so. And so it's about how everybody going for car on board. Would also not a concern of the people that the one away communities, the people in target that the one away than the seller. But again, it's not about the one away than the seller. What about the supply chain? It's about people that say government need for ensure say the supply chain government give for cut enough, because if the supply chain not cut of this Kush business, it no matter what happen, it no matter what kind of arrest they make at community level, the issue still go there. Because we also don't see young people them. For example, now Kwedu City to get to our brother, what they call themselves, the Central Youth Organization. They say they not try their own best for she say they combat the issue of Kush. But I can tell you, the fight not really easy until waiting people they can say government look into the supply chain, government look into the borders. Recently, I come on na let chiefdom. I go to the border, I see see the border outside the border they well secured, all of them things, and they get cross border entry point them. Security is the way now the security way for man them borders them. They know well equipped the south side and this SF, you go see nobody not the day. So it's about how do we protect our border. It's about how government will ensure say the supply chain they for cut down, stop down, and the government fall heavily on that one. Them who them will pay heavy price on that one away na the importers, or that one away then they within the supply chain rather than targeting only the communities that one away then the seller.
Matia, from your explanation, it clearly shows say the things them where government and the relevant authority them don't put in place na kono for tackle this particular crisis, not the work at all. You talk about the task force. We not even get the resources for do the work. Does this mean this particular issue what they discuss, as we they speak now, solution not seem for it for kono?
Hello? I don't get you. Come again?
I mean, they ask, say, you make mention of the task force, we not even get the resources for let them do their work. So I mean, they ask you, say, if this means, say, where it talk about substance abuse na kono, we are not able to find a solution it on how for tackle them.
Well, solutions are there. Awareness done there. Awareness done there at district level. Awareness done there at community level. Everywhere. But for strengthening the structures that we've been various stakeholders and done established, for strengthening those structures there, so it means resources need for day. If you want to tell somebody when you don't establish as a tax force member for who arrest somebody, for who catch somebody, how that person will use, who that the resources were available. So the fight against drugs is really expensive. So now from that background that the drug say resource-wise, it also constrained it because various quota, various stakeholders are not established, various tax force them, but it's also about the sustainability because even the radio landscape now so don't give so much of opportunities for stakeholders for come and talk about the issues and they don't give airtime, all of them in a day on free basis to various structures for me they can explain. But again, the radio they also will play their own part. But again, when you look at also the well-body Ukman if you go to hospitals then as well as the treatment also available, all of them in the task force them, now them communities, like I tell you, I can't about that so now Lair Chiefdom, also have been recently visiting the border for Guinea. When you reach inside the security day, you go find out for say, hey, not really that kind of comfortable. You see, they give their own counterpart, they get their own flag, they get their own border point. You see, yeah, so where quite limited money coming to build that border structure in day, but the utilization of the facility, not a thing good to write home about. So now this is what the driver says. It's not about having the structures, it's about having the resources for support the structures there, so the work will go on before 551. That are the driver say.
Apart from Kush Matia, like na Freetong ya comrade and don't begin express concern, where few comrade and don't they come out for say tramadol, for example, don't begin go na the schools them. Complain like that day na kono?
Well, officially, me no get them complain the 8 or me no read and the 8 from anybody, but anything we keep happening on the side, it keep happening on the side back. So tramadol business now also something again we comrade everybody also worry about. So now school community everywhere because you got to copy a group of friends, all of them in a day, we also can more communities. So another thing again we also for take note of, in as much we want for ensure say we sanitize the fight, we sanitize the communities there. But when you look at communities within the city, most communities see that they sell, then get those people they do they sell things them. So that's also not good for the image of the Peking the way we want for groom up. So these are all the issues them. So sometimes it's not about the school, it's also about the community who said then begin and they resell. Begin don't come to school, you don't come, and then the community get to the people then they sell the begin them go buy all of them in a day. So until we take what we call not subjective actions then, but we take actions that we really fit for purpose actions them. We don't go anywhere, no matter how government officials will talk, no matter at governance level, at community level, how we talk, but the government actually not ban. There are certain things that we want to look at drugs business, not about Kush. We talk about, for example, then tell you say smoking is dangerous when you look at cigarette packet. So these are issues that government will say, okay, now we stop the importation of them, things in our country, in as much government they drive taxation or they drive something out of her. But again, if we wait for take the boost step for the health of people that want for ensure say we address one thing, can we say we start from there? Not about having the laws. Always somebody they talk say well ID card somebody if you're gonna get to you forget ID card or picking all of them in the day. It's about stopping the supply chain. It's about banning some of them things the way the importation. There's some of the action that the government need for take for ban the importation of some of them things so that we can't do be safe. Because if government say okay some of them things are so in danger for health too, but government allow for car in. At the end of the day, it also damage the health of the citizens there.
Matia,
So these are the issue where people then they see.
Mattia, you talk about the supply chain. Now, Fritoya, we don't they see police, don't they make several arrests of people who then can catch with substance them when are drugs. For Kono, any arrest they so far where the police they make on people them where they can catch with them substance there, or people them where they can go raid their houses them if they get information say then they sell kush and other substance them.
Arrest, police don't make arrest, but you also look at like I've been telling you earlier on, how we correctional centers them overwhelmed with all of them in the space day. Some of them picking their son on the age. We don't just safe home or remand home na konoya so say they will catch on the age, for example, with Kush, then they will put another remand home there. You know they. So police go make arrest, but you also look at another aspect of the law again. So also having the facilities there also very, very important, because if you don't arrest somebody with our age, you said the go to, we go to a correctional center and that facility not there, we say we aim for keep that person there. So that also now another challenge. Arrest don't know they make now control, so make another community members them, youth them also don't they join now together with the police them for ensure they do arrest. But the arrest the way police them can make at the end of the day, some of them are on the age. And we not get that kind of facility, we said they can always call. If this social welfare also don't they talk about that day. If we want to combat crime among picking them, we they also be involved into that. We don't forget an infrastructure develop. Usai women or safe home go day for the picking away, then they in conflict with the law, with the cage. But you know they are not kono. So you don't see another challenge again.
Apart from the safe homes, them for keep them picking their ass so we don't go into substance abuse. How about treatment center? Because na Fritoya, the Kisi mental home, now one of the treatment center the way government say people away na drug addict them for the good and they get treatment. On Friday we talk to the doctor with in charge, Dr. Abdul Jallo. We tell we waiting are some of the things them where themselves they put in place as a treatment center for help them people there go back into the communities. Cannot get any treatment center as they speak.
No, officially, you don't get no treatment center outside government or well, body man they don't declare say anybody way in a victim of who suicide for go get treatment. Everybody that the general hospital, the government hospital, now they can go, but that specified treatment center available at it.
What about on the sports raids? For example, you talk about ghettos them or spaces them where people believe say they can sell, then drugs here where then young people here can take. Any raid and on the sports raid can happen at Kono?
Yes, it can happen. We say community member, like I tell you one, we brother, we then get what we call Central Youth Organization, where they can actually go to them community and do sensitization in anybody where they can catch up now, then they collaborate with the police and give the police them. So police also don't make effort in that directive, but I tell you, it's also easy on the part of the police when it comes to resources and even at their community structures there. So
apart from that person the way they talk, so how the general community response stand like? People they say something when they see something regarding drugs?
Everybody in the stress now when it's time to Kush Kumbrada, because me in several occasions I don't meet up with Kumbrada way, then they put the hand at the head and they cry. In a sense, so one Kumbrada in particular time, he don't send the begin go to college, university way come holiday now, that begin for go because of the Kush business. You don't be victim. Other Kumbrada back in beginning in school at the same time, also drop out because of the same Kush. So Kumbrada also not just like any other part, also the interiors and communities because of Kush business, and the one for really, really see government take action. Because remember last week the chief minister pulled video say government they try their whole effort and the government says they urge all them bar owners and the people they're gonna get to or then for buy and pull ID card. That's not enough in the fight against Kush, because at the end of the day, until unless we combat the supply chain, it's not going to be easy. No matter what kind of laws that we come up with, but supply chain. Then it will be cut off. And then one the way, because we also don't see videos of stakeholders or those that when they closer to the power, when they make some statement, then that also not help the fight. Because if you didn't near the presidency, At the end of the day, things of such nature, the country image at the international level, all of them in a day, and you also go around the presidency. So it's about how we all, it be near the president in Fambuda or anybody or the presidency, no, everybody need to work hard for ensure say we able for sanitize this process. So that also is another issue where everybody, anything will happen in Africa, whether on social media, could also they get down there, we could not get down there, the people them, also they get mixed feelings them. So if now somebody around the presidency, we say ABC about this. What about the ordinary man? How we get for succeed now in this fight?
All right, many thanks, Mattia. We talked to we this morning and give we the clear picture of waiting the happen na Kono. This na the breakfast show. In case you just tune in, we still continue the fight against substance abuse. And today we decide for go now other parts them na the country as the feds not so free turn no more a day. The same thing where they happen to young people them na free turn. If Fibalek na the same thing they happen na Kailaun, Kono, Bo, Kenima. So we dey give na a nationwide update today for let we know how this drug crisis within the country they na the upline parts them. As we all know, not of free tournament a salon. So they intensify the awareness raising or they intensify the fight for let government take actions, serious actions, as Odoye Reform reporter them where we don't talk to so far. We still continue for going different parts them in the country.
All right. Well, from Kono District, let we go now na Bo for get updates from Bo as we get to colleague journalists on the line. We na Francis Michael Sandy, they work for Kiss FM Bo. Good morning, Francis, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Yeah, good morning, people of Freetown.
Give me a picture of how the fight against drugs stand like na Bo.
The drugs business, this Kush business, and this tramadol business don't look worse, Nabo. But really, the people of Bo, the fighter, especially the stakeholders, them, like now the new AIG, we don't come, they don't try for combat and down. But really, what really people then they say is the people that when they sell the Kush, now then where they fit for the whole, because one, them the body when they buy the Kush, they can always deal with them, and then when they sell the Kush, now then they counter in. So really the stakeholders, they don't hold meeting for CC, then put stop to this.
So how the numbers then sound like? If you want to give me statistics, una get any major institution where they get a statistics of young people where perhaps actively involved in drugs?
Yes, more than we go say 75%, because one, the woman the man they all they on this drugs business. Me not know really what in they see behind the Kush for this tramadol, because even like the New York Axis, the Topway Town, the New London, all the sections they get certain people then when they sell this Kush, and we they still the advice say let them really they try for combat the one day when they sell the Kush than the one day when they go buy, because now they can still sell them. Even now netto you meet them, the crowd in at the places, then they when they sell, then when they see police, then they begin to run. So but we they tell people and say the stakeholders therefore say we go want the any host way then they sell Kush day. May then really take care of that host day now for locks up, may they lock the house, because that go even make a less more. Because the beginning they go by, then now they're not suicide and they sell them at all, they're not go buy them.
You said picking and they go by. How the age stand like the age brackets of most people where una believe say they come in contact with drugs na Bo? How it sound like the age brackets?
Some people then they where I can see they are just the 10 years, 15 years, upwards. Now then, small body. You see, small body, small titi then. They can this New London axis. They don't just left their family. Then you walk can go ask them. Then they talk say how the teen are there boo. When you begin take her out, it go hard for me. He left her. That's not they don't really damage even the one they now say where they don't colleges where we they expect saying that they for help for talk to people, they say don't jump inside this tramadol and this Kush business. Boku student and the way me know where we can see the family and they cry, they don't visit, they don't jala, now the same one, now this goes that's Kush business no more than the palm. You see?
Let we look at the supply chain, that particular angle there. Freetown, we don't see outside police, they say that they conduct raid. We don't see outside certain people of fingers they point at, say that they sell Kush. The police can say that they go raid na their houses. Police don't they make some arrest. For both similar thing like this, they happen there?
Yes, now the same thing they happen. Even last week, one of the man way they call Didi Maxwell, all the old them, the whole Kunde them, the whole certain people them back for this Kush issue. They don't even care and go. But we don't know because like the other way that they go talk say, now this will be done the pan now the care we go left free back. So I think this now make this Kush issue not done because we get for strict on this. Like when I go Liberia, I see how then they perform. Even the motorcar then go hold Kush the motorcar then they seize the motorcar then give government. So I think if we go they put that kind of measure in place, this Kush business go less because even this timber motorcar now where they come. In the last week, this on say where timber motorcar they offload. Then they put the Kush under the motorcar now, under the timber. Now the floor, they put the board on top. So when the motorcar they come, then the police they check now the checkpoint for the other motorcar, which of course the Kush they under the timber.
So the police now they do proper search. Now them motorcar there where according to you as an eyewitness, you don't see Kush the inside motorcar the way they pretend as if not timber then they can go.
The police they not be able to know, but we don't give them the info about it. The timber, say when the truck they come, the timber flop they're not able to offload all the timber for search. So then they pray down at the floor. Something like that. So the motorcar they can. So we they even advise say any timber motorcar now where they can inside book. Let police file America offload, may they see what they on that thing. That go minimize us more because then they use it because of the timber heavy, they're not able to offload under the checkpoint, then they can't inside. So we they advise the may police go they file their motorcar, then they wait and they offload, may they offload, let they see the door. Let it know say nothing or did it. I think that is the other way they be the cow the Kush again.
Also, then kind motorcar can come out way on the suspect say then can bring carry drugs go inside bowl from most
now
parts.
The motorcar they come off. Free time they come off pass Gangote Gendema.
So for Bo, una believe say the source of the substance where they go through Bo now from Freetown?
Yes, because even the last vehicle last week they own Gendema, it come up from all the way Freetown County, outside the Olam. Now Gendema they where don't cross now the Liberia zone at that time they hold the motorcar. So now a very big slap to it with all the checkpoints there where that motorcar pass, they're not able to apprehend the motorcar within we own country. Now when it cross inside Liberia, now they go there for apprehending motorcar.
Talking about Gendema, we don't they see several videos and pictures through social media where allegedly then they catch Sierra Leonean them where they try for smuggle, Kush and other substance them into Liberia. And Liberians say no, they point fingers say na salon some of them drugs here they come on. So now as a Sierra Leonean, if you want to go inside Liberia, how the security turn like?
One funny thing said my sister, when motorcar they come off from Liberia, they come. no checking all this. But when motorcar they left for go inside the country, then go left for check and say una go reach because they really know say now from Sierra Leone the Kush they pass because then now one way they get either you pass by Ivory Coast or you pass by Saloon, and the Kush now Yapat they pass they go. So the checkpoint is so warm. Even I can remember when I did travel for go Liberia, me as a journalist, the people they really talk and they say, because they get me ECOWAS passport, as well as see me, now they say, okay, you pass so because we expect much from una. So then these other people they all we get for search them. And me say for today, I say me going go on, me una search me una trust say we na journalists they will not put some at the canteen in there.
What you notice say that the reason for lapses now we own end Nayana Salon, especially in that crossing point they for go Liberia. Is it that enough personnel and all day for check the one the way they come out from Liberia come inside?
Buckle of them when they pass, they know they pass through the main gates. Buckle lapses then they na the other border crossing points. Sierra Leone get Buckle border crossing point at that Pujon district. So with the Kailan, so they know they pass through the main gate of Gendema because the Gendema crossing points get high security. So some of them can pass other extra ways then, like can pass Bombo. They can go that Kailan. So when they go, and when you do that, they go meet up the main gate where na clay. Obviously, when you go there, you're not going to be able to pass. That is the problem about it. They don't bypass there, but you're not going to go pass through the clay because you bypass there, then get there when at the last gate where then they call the clay. Now there you go most candle. And when you candle, then they must get you because they get the force where they under for Kush business or for tramadol it's too high. When you reach there, you go really know say the security there for that because they can view then they Boku side, then they upstairs they view then they view people there. Then they watch you pay and talk say no, that particular person let we want checker. So that's their problem.
Now we make some bit of comparison between Liberia and Sierra Leone in terms of the structures where them put for intensify them border area, them for intensify security now them border area. There, according to you, Liberia believe now say the source of the Kush and other substance them na Salon. How the two countries they intensify security na them border area them?
Can I just tell you, the border area for Salon more the first day na Gendema, but the crossing point to Boku na Salon for enter inside Liberia. So the other side they all look what is it because when the main gate they know they use them again. Like this motor car they be hold in at the main gate to use. So now you make where it go take. As when it cross we own bridge, they don't reach to the other side, they're able to catch up.
Let we look at names then where you begin call earlier. You mentioned a name where police to arrest, and according to you, this individual make a remark say, "Una go hold me and una they left me back." Aside this particular individual, any other names don't they come up as to the one there where they sell this particular drug? So they discussed this morning.
Yeah, they don't they hold some of them. Not release the name there. You know, police when you don't hold in there on investigation, you know, therefore call name. Like the one they don't call, they don't already call the name to we the journalists there. So that's why I don't call it. But they don't hold some of them. Some big woman then they sell, some big man then they sell. So even certain people then they will not they expect, then they sell Kush. So they all we go give a name then later.
Sandy, what you go say about the schools? Are the schools safe na bo where you talk about drugs, not only Kush but Tramadol, 225 and the rest of them? The schools then safe?
By the help of God, no more because most of them are scuba boarding. most of them don't break away from school. Some of still can go, but they still on this tramadol issue. This what is it? So then, the grace of God, no more now they pray, may God change them. But even the schools them are not safe because majority of the Kush bobode or the tramadol bobode na school picking there. Some then they know they go school. So that is some they did and then pack the no more now. They go run BMO to car there. At the end, some of them then they make like say a road and they make when you give them money no more now for take and go buy Kush. So you see all this, they don't pull all the ties there. If they see mango lay rope, it takes off and they make dirty. I swear they get that Kush money, they don't go smoke. So Boko people they know they even give them again money where they meet them because at the end. What they give them the money in a road, we say in a road and they make that would they encourage them for go they go and smoke the tramadol more.
How the community responds, like they don't own the fight?
Yes, the community they try. All man they try, but it left with the police then now because the police then now then get rights for arresting. So the police then get huge work for do. Then get for really stand firm for let them do this fight here.
Sandy Nabo, una get treatment center or rehabilitation center there as we speak, taking into consideration the seriousness of the substance abuse, where you just don't describe how young picking they were supposed for them at school, they're not then at school, how even now the schools them, then substance they are the Boge any treatment center or rehabilitation center as we speak now?
More na Kenema get and we not get them.
So like it make use of the one na Kenema.
Yeah, everybody na Kenema they care them go, but some of them say few then they say know about they can go, they can how many months they can work safe past the time where they be down there. You see? So I don't know what really they can go do with it. Because they can come, every yesterday one in mama meet in our office, he say, me picking and a big man in picking Bengo. Big man when we hold very good position. If picking just don't come up, if you don't graduate from college, now you don't take Kush now, so if you don't crank with it. So they even begin for run behind away there for whole idea for crank right place. The left for run behind I say if for them broke his hand. In foot. So me not really know what really they can go do with it because where they can most of them taking worse past where they begin at the community.
We get the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency which charge with the responsibility for ensure say then put measures in place and fight against substance abuse. The branch na bo is functional.
You know, it's functional because most of the beginning na Kenema medicine they care them go.
So if you for talk to the police this morning before you left if you for advice on what need for be done na bo for ensure say una able for put the issue of drugs under control, what you go say to authorities then?
Me just they talk to authorities them like how the fights done the many police they try the oja work with the journalists then work with the area youth them way not there on this drugs business for the show people the who side and they sell renting there and that could be the best thing. And them motorcar the way that they enter let the checkpoints go they most of them truck there where they now this they come out with now Guinea now this offload and see because most of them we don't know say now not to them small motorcar they now can carry the Kush now the truck they now can carry the Kush. So we they appeal to the police then let them really vigilant for do the work and they really tell them but could thank it because they try like the AIG we don't kind of not to no nonsense man it really stand firm for CC Kush business go minimize na bo.
All right, many thanks for the update, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's our colleague journalist, Francis Sandy. We be the give you updates. They work for Kiss FM, but we be the give you updates on how to fight against drugs, especially Kush, sound like another parts of the country.
Well, we continue with the breakfast show, and today we dedicate this particular edition for Giona nationwide updates. You do hear from Kono, you hear from Bo, you do hear from Kailau, you go hear from other parts them as we continue for talk to with colleagues them for give you updates on how the situation turn like. Now all the side them who don't talk to colleagues them it turn like say Not just the same situation like waiting Freetown the experience. And as we tell una, we get information say the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, as we all know, then they don't begin 1 3-day operation. And this morning, they say then they go do on the spot check. Now popular space them where they believe say people where they take this particular substance, we don't begin for react on them, we don't begin for affect them, we don't get source them all over them body. NDLA say then they go this morning, then they go and pick them. Well, we don't know it to say then they carry them go, but so we can't talk to them. We can get updates from we reporter waiting at the ground with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency this morning. Then they go and do on the spot check on different places them where they believe say the young people there who don't become addicted, we don't become homeless, so don't get source them na them body. As soon as last week Friday, we host Dr. Abdul Jallo Naya. He taking time, he explain how these drugs they affect them, how they affect them brain, how it they lead to the source then at their foot. And according to what Dr. Jallo tell we, these drugs get for do with mental issues. And according to Ram, the Kisi mental home now, where they don't turn to treatment center, not able for take all the people them, and the statistics where it give from January to now is really high. Women say the country they battle with a crisis, and we the media self get a responsibility for continue for raise the awareness, for continue for lend a voice to this particular issue, so that the authority them where they in charge go no say it is really serious. Now that's make today we dedicate this edition. Let we go now the upline parts them, let we not just focus na Freetown, because the upline parts themselves then deserve for let the authority then no say then the battle with this issue. Don't talk now, we don't hear it from Kono, we don't hear it from Kailan, we don't hear it from Bo. We go continue for make the calls them. Let una sef hear first-hand information from our colleagues them where they na the various region. Well, inside last week we still say the mayor of Freetown been pulled in statistics. This be make the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs been question the mayor. Say they need evidence. Usai he pull in statistics then day. And this make the mayor been say in the stop, it don't stop in burial team. Let them not get that the body they again a Freetown because of this letter where the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs writes to them. Although it sent to them the data and the statistics what they ask for. But when Liberty TV talk to the mayor, it make it clear say not to in mandates. So it don't stop the burial team. Yesterday we still say the mayor using official Facebook handle is say the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs not respond yet with detail for the appropriate authority way for collect the dead body them at the streets of Freetown. And as of the time when the mayor been put that post there, he say it been see or they be get 6 body them na the streets of Freetown. And he say although Freetown City Council not get the mandate that they refer to the letter where they write to them and question the authority we get forget that they body them na streets. But as of yesterday, the mayor say they resume back, Freetown City Council they resume back for collect the body them where in belief say as of the time we put this post on the CISO na 6 body them be day na streets. So the mayor say they resume back for begin collect the body them where in belief say they na the streets of Freetown because of public health interest. So yesterday officially Freetown City Council law resume back forget that the body them within at the streets of Freetown. Well, that's not just the update about Freetown. We will come na Freetown as today the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency said that they do operation. Then they go and check now decide them for gather all the addicts them we don't get sores and we don't be affected by Kush and other substance them. We don't know it to side and the carry them go, but we go try for get updates from the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, as Tido dedicates this edition of the Breakfast Show for law continue for talk about the substance abuse. We not forget it. This na a mission where as a media house we dey on for continue for raise awareness, for continue for lend with voice so that the authority them go here and let them take action. Let them know say this na big crisis the country they go through.
All right, and remember, so you said for the watch, perhaps we're not such area yet, sorry. You can send we message in the comment section at the different platforms how they watch we. Follow yourself, tell we how to fight against the drugs standing. We dey go more, forget more updates na different parts in the country. Let we just go now na McKinney City and talk to the mayor, Winner Abubakar Kamara, for knowing exactly they happen where it comes to the fight against drugs na McKinney. Good morning, Mr. Mayor, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, Sierra Leoneans. Good morning, everyone and residents of Bakini.
This morning, we get updates on what's in the happen and the fight against drugs, especially Kush, where, for example, plenty young people in Africa don't they take. How do you think your son like na McKinney?
Mabel, the same story, very devastating. Inside McKinney today, many young people have become affected with Kush, and then we all try now for put hands together. Principals, teachers, lecturers, they ensure they preach against Kush and send ways inside McKinney. And we don't belong, keep them when they go around city for make sure they talk to affected people and also identify people where they tell them. And as well, we collaborate with the police together for ensure they will combat this thing. Maybe yesterday, a very sad day for Winner McKinney, where one young boy become affected with Kush over 1 week. Now a dead living corpse already. The chance say he don't die, the chance say he not dying. So he don't begin to smell. So it has now pathway. I call government hospital for make the way we come for come take them. But unfortunately, the medical superintendent informing say they not get an ambulance. So we for try we will get an ambulance where we take this corpse for take this dead living corpse now hospital. Reach back to hospital, they say we take card. We pay for the card, but luckily unfortunately the medical superintendent not be there around. So I call him, he said no, he said nobody now for take money from me. Now for upload this mobile for the Motokaka go. The staff in the hospital say they not get blood. It take me nearly 1 hour before ever we will get that corpse done. The hospital say we say they don't get anything like medical for short the case. So the take we a bubbling situation yesterday for able to get it from down. But however, we will still continue to look forward to government and especially people like Chief Minister David Moynihan Shenge, where despite of political differences, anything we concern about people them Sierra Leone, you call them, they respond. We continue to look forward to them. He and the foreign minister Timothy and all the good people for make them sure that they support Winaya. The people the young people there honestly don't suffer. No way will get anything where go ahead from you, leader sister. With the best of our government, all the people are made a focus to me. So maybe from now to the ending of the week, we get one more be established a holding center there, what they call Gaza. We let putting them together. We evacuate all them about there will carry them go like a holding center. A center will belong the bill before I become a mayor. We'll carry them go. Once we look forward to government for government to support them medically and take care of their feeding. So that we will control this thing then.
Mayor, what can you go say about an update? Because we see last week the police be issue a report who say an ageable woman there where them been caged and believe say been get drugs and then be say for a piano court and a McKinney is say, but at the end of the day information will reach Freetown now that this particular ageable woman we been supposed for a piano court because of drugs then say it disappear. How true this information be?
That's from knowledge actually. But as I say, what belongs, like the responsibility of the police, the responsibility. Me always in the city. Now when they bring out to me, now we're aware of what will go on. But absolutely, I don't get no idea, and I'm not aware of any good of the shots.
The supply chain pandemic drugs now one way many don't they suggest say if people able for tackle them, then they go able for put the whole drug situation under control. For Bolek, for example, we talked to a colleague journalist just now where they believe say some of the drugs and where they reached Bo they come out from Freetown. From McKinney now also one of the suspects say the supply chain they come out from for reach McKinney.
I think anything when it come inside this country gets a borderline. And McKinney, if we close that to the borderline, we close that to Guinea, using Kabbalah Road, we close that to Guinea, using Footlock or Cambia Road. We also close that to Freetown. But basically, all these areas are demanded by government operators there. We get security forces there, we get immigration officials there, we get everyone. I think all we need for strengthening them. And the internal people who they produce this thing, because it comes at a time where we not say not only the importers there, but also that the producer inside there. So let we strengthen with security system, we strengthen how we fight this here for tackle both external one that they bring up for and the internal people they produce for and the one that they sell up. When we take a precedent, we make sure we take an action we're strong enough. This Kush production or this Kush selling it will less like this country. I know of President Bio as the president where we say if you take an action, it will become relevant and it will work on them. Make them ensure say they continue. But otherwise, I'm afraid say we lost the youthful population of this country. McKinney is not an exemption of any other city where they suffer the same thing inside Sierra Leone. As I speak to you yesterday, many this other incidents we explained to you take place. So me, they talk to government, talk to all of us, citizens and young people of this country, for we come together solidly for fairness sake.
The mayor of Freetown, for example, we don't release statistics of number of people where they believe say they died from Kush, but this see the Ministry of Local Government. They challenge the mayor for ensure say produce evidence where they show say na Kush related deaths and give statistics of over 200 people. Same thing again they happen at the Western Rural District. Usai Chairman Kasho, they instead don't they give figures. For McKinney, apart from that unique case where you say happened yesterday, how the numbers entirely like one of the suspects say na Kush related deaths them for example.
Yeah, maybe we get series of death cases that will take place in Kush, will not affect young people with Kush. I will give you the next interview. I will give you a solid database after I don't reach all the organs within the council and government ministries. They will give me updates on that. But as they already say, we get nearly 1 or 2 days where they bury people where they affected from Kush.
Okay, many thanks for the updates here.
Thank you very much.
We continue with the broadcast as we get information. Say tension day now Funkia Junction as the alleged drug seller them they fight with the police them. Good morning, Mohammed. We report Mohammed day na Funkia Junction now.
Yeah, Khadija, good morning, and viewers of Liberty Online Television. Good morning. Of course, we currently day na Funkia Junction. The far west part of Freetown. And of course, we can also this morning with authorities then at the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the executive director and the team, and also again, we do with some police officers then and military personnel then we accompany the team for can do this particular raiding. And as we approach the junction, we see plenty of men then, where drug addicts then they at the junction, and from there. They say a company, we and decide to say, well, we come, then know the people that want to sell it and then drug and you want to wait to buy to the drug. So we move come by the market entrance, they carry on one side, we go see one particular guy with then something that this man I to sell to this very drug.
Waiting at the person in name Mohammed. The person where then go show the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency boss, waiting at in name.
Well, according to the man name, they say I name Ibrahim or people and Dragon. That is a young popular name that one day. So the officers them not all whilst any Dragon self gets a own team. We themselves and go mobilize themselves and come and get both 2 stones and begin swarm at the police and the military personnel them within the airfield. So the community people and themselves don't come join the security force them for ensure say they're able to identify the people in this community. We then know say that to sell them to work there after them to kill them. So these are the situation right now. But really, the youth man and themselves willing, for ensure say they're able to end the spread of drug that in community. The one themselves will take them, and as well as the one they will not take them, they all come and join NDLE for ensure say they're able to cut down the spread of Kush in this community. But the tension I now too, and the police and soldiers they don't do plenty arrest them. They don't arrest the guy Dragon, and as well we decide for move now for go right inside the market because according to the people in Aya, they say there are no other places than in the market with people in the where they sell the drug. But really, the movement today not to arrest. The movement have a sensitized. But the mere fact the people where they live now so don't decide for identify the people where they sell, make the police officers them and the military personnel then decide for them from arrest. So these are the situation right now.
Now that they don't arrest this person when they call Ibrahim, but in popular name when they Sabian for na Dragon, the police not able to get any information from Dragon, although you say Ion Bobo themselves put up resistance, then get bottles, and also then get other things that they use for fetch the security personnel, they will arrest the Dragon. Police not able to get any information from Dragon.
Well, they're not even going to talk to Dragon yet because even for the arrest Dragon, it not be easy at all. It be tough, because instead, like I say, they get your own team. We then say they put up stiff resistance, not to allow the police them to go with them. Once I talk to you now, they don't arrest them. It didn't one of the Land Rover them, they inside it. But anything like, interrogation, no, they happen at all. So they just keep an effort for ensure the detention full. Whilst we will continue for one of the other places then where the people really need now to say they know of other people where they sell drug within the community.
Aside Dragon, any other arrest day where the police don't make?
Of course, just no accident no arrest another young guy again. We himself now the youth man themselves now they identify and say this now one for the other people and where they sell with before. So instead they don't arrest them, although instead it not be easy. Because like I say, this thing something we get a whole cabal, then simply they sell, get people around them. We one way or the other, maybe something like benefits from them. So they said not take them easy at all, But the police that's in the ground, for instance, say anybody that identifies say this supposed to be the sell drug now, they arrest them. And as they get from the background, now the youth man themselves now, them they move so now they don't get that themselves. They go say no more push must go. So meaning they don't tire, with the way and how this drug don't they arm them. That is very community.
Mohammed, how the picture sound like na Funkia when you talk about the one them way they take drugs? Or are they visibly see young people and more they really know say they on drugs?
Of course, maybe the situation Funkia na like any other place in the country. We are in the go, they see plenty youth them, potential young people in this country. We, in fact, like it gets their own side and our way they don't isolate themselves. And we go to them places and they meet more than 50 to 100 young people and we just lay down. Then they get so then they don't even work again. They're in a deplorable condition, and we don't see that kind of situation again. I have to. Now one of the best we just don't enter, and we still now that the Funkia market junction, they try for drive through for go inside the market because they say don't go towards the work. That way you pass through the market, you go right through. They see other people and they wait them no say they sell drugs. So they continue to go to that side. But even the youth say they say no more push. We watch them, they're all day in a very, very bad state. Most of them get they get big for them. And we know now how push can affect sports. We don't become addicts. We don't addicted to push. How it can affect them. So that kind of situation we see now among young people.
Mohammed, let we look at the raid where the National Drug Law Enforcement this morning where you deal with and all the other top officials from the agency they do now Funkia. Funkia now one of the places there where we be done they see videos, pictures of the body them where they in that particular junction day. Una not able for identify anybody as they speak this morning.
Come again, Khadija. Your law is small.
I be they ask say if we are able to identify any dead body in a street because Funkia Junction now one side hold on the area say na hot spot for dead body them.
Yeah. Well, as of this moment there, we not see any dead body it's na any of the streets then at the moment. We don't know for the other places to move for both we will see something like that. But as of now,
only way to see that now youth them we don't become addicted to drugs and really in a very bad state. Some of them get for them, big for them. And now we watch out through the market as they eat the song, where people in the sing, that them market woman them. Woman and sensitive to the market, and then they sing so that they support the security forces the need for food farm when it comes to the eradicate drugs. Now we watch out through the market, food fair market. So that the situation this Carissa, for now we're not sure anybody, but to listen I also it is a very, very bad speech.
So Mohammed, back to also you been start. You make mention say police already don't get somebody where they under the custody as soon as they move now where the young people in point say they sell the drugs. Where they make this arrest, then been do searching at the person in house, then see anything of wanting.
Well, the number is at the hospital. I think this is where it gets information. Maybe they try for 1 away. So that through that process they able to capture them. Not to say like we meet some like host successful side in the league or night outside in the square. You understand? Now one of the yard road them that side they try for past where the border so this now one party we can sell the video. So the police that we stand don't watch for them. So they try for handle them if I want to land. So that is the situation on this right now.
All right, Mohammed, we go come back to you as soon as continue for move na the Funkia community. That's now we reporter Mohammed Kamara, waiting now with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. As today, then they na the Funkia community, and according to Mohammed, the security personnel them don't make arrest of an individual who then call Ibrahim, but they can call him Dragon, where they believe say na the person where they sell the Kush and other substance in that particular community day. We continue with this edition of the Breakfast Show as we give na calls from different parts of the country. We go now na Kabbalah, usai we can talk to we colleague when a journalist, a name na Stephen Abdullah Jibrila, in a reporter for SLBC Kwenadugu and Falaba district. For giving updates waiting the happen na Kwenadugu and Falaba. Good morning, Jibrila.
Yeah, Pambodem Aunadu, as don't hear from the introduction. I did currently now, I did one of the popular area where they called Billy Maya. Billy Maya, they inside, he gets Sengbe and he get Wara inside Kwenadugu, where we get Kabbalah happen for being the district headquarters town. Kabbalah get 2 chief done. And these 2 chief done, we get Wara Yagala, chief done, and we get Sengbe Suna. So inside Billy Maya gets Sengbe and Egewara. So currently, I didn't have Billy Maya. The road where the links to the district headquarters town for Falaba, we Namongo. We almost is about 49 miles up from Mongo, we in the district headquarters town for Falaba. This is not the road we actually most of the people that they use for go inside Falaba.
Would they look at Kush and other substance then this morning? Na Falaba and Kwenadugu, how the situation turn like as we they speak presently?
It really not fine for we young people them. Well, like inside we own community or we own district, both Kwenadugu and Falaba. The Kush and Tramadol don't really affect lots of young people then. This place here, these 2 districts then earning power or livelihood now more on agriculture. And in agriculture, we get a high number of people then working involved into the activity. When I use them, we then at the middleman power, we then get the knowledge, then get it, they get the energy and for do work. But with the advent of the Kush and the Tramadol, don't really make young people they not agree for involved into agriculture no more. Farmer they cry. Some man can go hire youth man for let work for and today. Before they marry, they say, hey, that day they pass sleep at the farm. So that one of the affection of the Kush to the districts at large, both Kwenadugu and Falaba. At first, they get, let me say, like even into the livestock. The cow man, then the people already they follow the cow, then a young man and then they follow a cow. But now they see one whole cow, let me say, where they go, they don't get cowboy day. They don't get bossing day. They're all involved into this drug addiction, where really they affect even in terms of the livelihood greatly. And also, one of the other team back, then small take them. Then take them. You don't too boku. Picking them, use them, they don't come on our hand. So what happened recently on Saturday, now when I do go the district security committee, chair way na the district officer way na Alikali Kamara, the chairman for the Kwenedugu District Council, all stakeholders involved, both Kwenedugu and Falaba on Saturday, we stop all activities, no riding, bike ride not be there from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And then converge all my department chiefs them, both Kwenedugu and Falaba, all kind of full route, the center part of Kabbalah, within inside Warawara Yagala. Purpose of that engagement, now how for stakeholders them, parents them, all walks of life, for involved into the eradication and the elimination of this Kush, we actually it will affect young people them, both the Kush and the Tramadol. So the security apparatus be also crack down, talk say, then get for move point to point, who say they identify where they do them business, especially the Kush selling and also the Tramadol. So some areas then they will be identified. Where the LUC, where na Abraham Barry, where be the give EU statements. If they get for say, he said they don't identify Boku areas and then areas they get for do crackdown. So they're ready for make sure say all team for stop because one the Kush don't affect young people them, it don't affect a lot of homes them, it don't affect a lot of family. Where really it don't stop lots of development now both the districts Kwenedugu and Falaba. So there are security, then map tranga one for make sure say then eradicate and eliminate them.
Now that we dey talk about how this don't affect farming, taking into consideration President Bio in second term mandate now on feed salon, the big 5 game changer them. If we dey talk about the feed salon, how you go link them to the young people like where you say now if they're gonna farm, they're not able to be productive, then just they sleep around.
So that one really it affects the farming activity. It affects the farmers themselves because if somebody don't go raise money, you see they can't invest in agriculture, and agriculture is capital intensive, right? So when somebody don't hire laborers and for go up na farm, then the work not can right. You don't take bike ride like the bike riders them. Most time they get an accident them now the intake. Some man if you not take Tramadol, some man if you not take Kush, you know they will ride. Maybe through from that process it affect them. So even in the area of the agricultural activity, they affect the agricultural activity greatly. Because one, the only thing in terms of recommendation, we now as activists then we go around follow identify the victims then and engage them in active, let me say, activity in the sense of agriculture, in the sense where the supply chain will be cut off. Because if we cut off the supply chain, because people they doubt this kind of particular drug, how it can at the country, whether they count and it says them. So if the supply chain is cut off and engage the one that the victims they were already involved, engage them into intensive agricultural activity, whereas they not will even get the chance for getting to them. I believe for say we will be able to solve some of them problems because one, Kwenedugu and Falaba, the livelihood more on agriculture, both the crops and the livestock.
How the security apparatus and they respond to the issue of drugs in other parts of the country?
Well, they respond good, but the only thing waiting they be say then they are on that meeting where the LEC give EU message, comment they be the calm. They say even most of the security apparatus and say they partake. So they say and say, but let them eradicate the malice of Kush and Tramadol, it will be difficult because they say they participate. They say they partake. So now it's like they try to involve the MACP, whereas the police go come on board and also the AS lab and say go on board for make sure so they crack down to all them areas them where they don't identify, where they deal, they decide, also the youth they involved into this kush intake, we actually affect the development of the nation, especially Kwanedugu and Falaba districts.
Earlier, you talk about the supply chain. Any information don't reach una or the police not able to get information of the source outside these particular drugs and other substances and they come out for enter Kabala and Falaba and Kwanedugu?
Yes. Then the police then know, according to what you they understand, then know most of them because then they move around, they get their intelligence then know. But as I say, just from that meeting on Saturday, we see some reduction. Because one, it was really, really crowded and all walks of life we witnessed this meeting. And so even that particular day, bikes they not run, they stop bikes them, the Okada they all be stopped. Offices they not be open because all walks of life they all be daily. So from that meeting, we see say it turn look somehow calm because like when you can afford road, now the center part of Kabbalah at first, you see the bobo then the timap, they see the way where the youth man they now they sales both male and female then they sell the kush and the tramadol. But from that particular meeting on this past Saturday, we see some reduction, don't they see? We see some fear based on the information where the police and the ASLA, which they don't see, the strategy where they want for use for eradicate this particular malice, where now the kush and the tramadol, especially when we young people, they don't embark on greatly as their own best activity, both male and female.
All right, many thanks, Stephen. We talked to we this morning for Giri updates na Falaba and Kwanedugu district as we get a nationwide coverage this morning on drugs. Would they go back quickly as earlier we talked to we reporter where they now na Funkia Junction community with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency outside them get encounter with the police then they will show na videos of waiting they happen currently na the Funkia community as we reporter Mohamed Kamara Dede and they send some videos them for will get a clear picture of waiting they happen. Earlier Mohamed tell we say the police to arrest somebody then they call Ibrahim, but popularly known as Dragon, as na the person that they where the community people then tell the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. As you they see the video there now, where we engineer the project, fights be happen between the police and the community people them, where they lead now the issue as they say, then say one let the drug come out na the community. And then be arrest somebody who then they call Dragon. And according to what Tim Mohamed tell, with this Dragon individual who then believes in they sell the kush to the young people and be put up resistance where the police and the army owner they watch so now. Then na Funkia Junction currently and the Makituman there and the people themselves don't join them for lead, then go point the people them where they sell kush and the other substance them na that particular community day. We report Mohamed Kamara day with the police, the army, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, where they do a raid this morning na that particular community day as they don't all somebody then they call Dragon, where they believe say na in they sell this particular substance to the young people them. And the young people themselves don't join the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for points the people there where they say now then they sell this particular drug. Mohamed, good morning again.
We the guy for pass through the market for come right inside Funkia wax. And we don't carry the wax now as we get to the background. Let's see capture all the one them way the sell drug now. And as long as you the people in this they say also get to the law that this community where they want to lead the police officers and authorities that are there they can go like police officers to do the operations. But also inside get to young people and I will deny for us you know that was the around there and there's one stop the policemen not for go inside the man there. So these are the situation now so as the people in the for the day when they say the person they sell and they live in this community wise Other one them among the people in this community, they say no, that very individual leader identified, not deeper anything leader to do with God. So now the situation this time, so is the police officers and they are now, they try for see waiting next to be the action. If either an for at the person place or then go by waiting the people and tell them that this community. So we didn't at the WAF and we just wait for from the security officers then we do it.
All right, Mohammed, we will call you definitely later on, so you go give updates to the public as to waiting go get for happen and waiting will be the outcome of this worker where the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency together with police and the army they do now the Funkia community. Well, that's a be reporter Mohammed Kamara. They give we updates on waiting they happen currently in a Funkia community as the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency together with the police and also the army they out today. Then go to this community actually for go talk to the young people about drugs. But when they reach there, they say some of the young people and begin identify the one them where they say they been buy the drugs too. We make the police they decide now they be already don't get one person at the net. As we they talk now, they say the community don't point other person where the security apparatus and it's guy for know whether or not they go get for carry the person. We'll definitely get for bring come that update to Ona. So now continue for watch Liberty Online TV as we go bring on updates on what's in the happen at Funkia outside the law enforcement agency day this morning on the issue of drugs.
All right. As another you from different parts them. Now the country starts na Kailao, Ukana Bo, Ugona Makeni, we go na Falaba and Koinadugu district and Freetown. This, as I say earlier, na a fight where we all need for come together as a country for ensure say we save we youthful population, as they can say, now then are the future leaders. But as it is now, it's all like drugs, they overtake that youthful population and then leader then they will get for lead with tomorrow. They all busy, they sleep now. As soon as from a different reporter them, it don't reach to a point now that even the schools them, then substance they at the school them. Even small picking them as of age 10, they into substance abuse now. Last week we host Dr. Jallo, we say the youngest person within at the treatment center now, na 10-year picking. Imagine 10-year picking become an addict of a substance. Well, the authority them, I hope when they listen. We as a media institution, they play our own role for bring the information to owner. As we see the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, as they speak now, then at the Funkia community, they raid and arrest people away. According to we reporter, then say that the community people they point them people we are saying and they sell the drugs. We will continue for play we own parts, we will continue for bring on updates from different parts them in the country. So stay tuned to Liberty TV as we continue for do programs, whole conversation where they bring the issues out, especially with camper drugs and other substance them, where they slowly they damage the young people. And quickly when they go to we headline sponsors them, Orange Sierra Leone, as they don't pull the 2024 CSR reports, where highlights the company in contribution to economic growth, digital empowerment, and safe community transformation. And through this report, it shows say Orange Sierra Leone generates 998 million new loans inside revenue for local suppliers across multiple sectors. We get the public relations officer, Alfie Barry. We quickly go can tell we but this 2024 CSR reports, the gains and how they're able for improve different sector them as part of their corporate social responsibilities as a multinational company where they work in a salon. Good morning, Alfie.
Morning.
All right, quickly, I just start for give highlights to viewers them, waiting on some of the things they were able for do inside 2024, we want to put out inside the CSR report on our corporate social responsibilities. Let we start for talk about economic transformation, where the report highlights say on do so much we can for economic transformation.
Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, Khadija. Now always a pleasure for being at Liberty TV. I want to join the rest of Salon for telling thank you for una young role want to play in national development. We also join the chorus voices for help for condemn the prevalence of Kush in the country is very dangerous. I'm a journalist. I know we say I for remove myself from this. It's a national crisis, so we all need for fair to play your own role. You are playing your own role in ensuring that you bring the information to the people. Thank you very much. So before I tell you about the specific aspect of interventions, people in the area say CSR, corporate social responsibility, a big term. So for the bookman them, the academic in the classroom, the PhD holders, then go say corporate social responsibility na a situation in which a company, in this situation Orange, they voluntarily commit for embrace sustainable and ethical practice inside the business. But now the bookman term. But for the layman, the man in the ground, like Funkers, the man when they did so. Put simple, corporate social responsibility in a way company they give back to society. Also you they operate, you care about what thing that happen there and try for and just say you give back. Now that basically corporate social responsibility they about. And Orange Salon, we are very big on corporate social responsibility because we care about how they operate. We're not just coming here to sell top up. We're not just coming here to make profit. But also, in fact, 99% of the employees of Orange, they are product of sale. I'm a Sierra Leonean. So we also need to contribute to nation building. So every year, we can catalog the several interventions we don't do in societal development with collaboration, with partnership, with resource mobilization, and the money we spend also in different areas. Orange shall want to make Orange distinct from any other telecom provider, because we own CSR, as I can call them, a very distinct because we're very particular and specific about areas where with the power resources. We don't just go for good sake for let people just praise we ensure say all the interventions them they impact life and majority of them are the ordinary people. So yes, we have thematic areas where we intervene into. We get youth empowerment. We are also very big on women's empowerment. We're also very big on digital inclusion. We always say we live in the .com world now. We're also very big on economic empowerment, but also we promote local content as President Bio, they all admonish we follow promote local businesses. But most importantly, we embrace environmental best practice. So for answer to your question, yes, Orange Salon, we oblige for pay taxes. If you look at the modus operandi in the telecom sector, government say at least if you contribute basic 15% of you of your revenue to taxes. What I'm delighted for tell the people of Sierra Leone say we Orange you go beyond that. In fact, we have contributed nearly 30%, 28% of we revenue to go into taxes. Not because we think we get more money. No, that's not the issue. But because we own dealings a more inward looking. We look at we own, for example, last year, 2024, we plunged into the salo economy through taxes and royalties, 781 million and 781 billion euros. And also, we also plunge in the economy through local content promotion. So we work with local vendors, for example, for print this polo wear, the material them, for buy equipment. We get the powers for go out of salon for go buy them. But because we care about, we own society how they operate, we'll set for plunge most of that money, a whooping 989 million. 989 billion. Now we give to different sectors for promote local content for different areas, including food. We get conferences. We look for local vendors. We print you polo. We go other side. Also, we need to try for get to your equipment for manufacture. We have the capacity to do that, but we go things we need for create job for other people. And maybe like Khadija will say for plunge money in our economy also. So you take economic empowerment. We are very big on that. But under the economic empowerment also, before you ask the next question, we also care about the young people. We all know say in every country, young people are the asset of every country in the world. And we all know how we have this youthful exuberance in sailing. Young people really want for work. We don't talk about this boku term. So we get this special center we call the Orange Digital Center. We all know say the world is now moving towards digitalization. And Salo with the lack being small, we can digitalization. So we have this how can I put it? We have this digital divide with the rest of the world. So the Orange Digital Center is a very sophisticated place where any young person, it doesn't matter your background, it can be university, in fact, you can be even high school. In fact, just 2 months ago, school been locked. We go to call we boot camp. We're picking them, we school don't lock, well, rain they come back. We say, since summer school go on because August was rainy, we say now, when I will come to picking them for learn digital skills, the basic ones. So what we did, we gave them 1 month courses on digital skills. So picking them can learn from the basic to the complex. So software, then do coding, web development. After the 1 month, we call them parent them. Then parents then come. Now one under one roof. They can't see what's in the picking in land inside 1 month. And I will tell you, Mabel and Khadija, some parents they even shed tears. Then shocked and surprised as to how the Pekin and Sabi computer pass themselves. If I miss what we did, I was so surprised. So this is what we do. The youth empowerment to go to the Orange Digital Center purely meant for digitalization. 14,000 young people, they don't benefit from that digital center. But not just that, we also big, as I say, on women's empowerment. Aside from the Orange Digital Center we also get Women's Digital Center. We get an McKinney, we get an Abo. In fact, this Friday, we're going to go open one at Port Loco. We get one at Freetown for purely women them. Where women they can focus learn digital skills. Mabel, the other very important aspect, out of the 14,000 beneficiaries, 14,500 beneficiaries, we don't go to this Orange Digital Center. Imagine 14,000 people are now computer literate in Sierra Leone. How that is going to impact our economy. Out of the 14,000, 47% are women them, but 37% when ensure say we insert them in jobs. So we find work for them. Not for just empower person, we go sit down house and forget about the computer or see land. You also they continue for work.
Most countries in the world now, because of the impact of climate change on different countries here, don't they put mechanisms in place on how for tackle? I mean, you make mention earlier, say, now one of the areas and then the way Orange Sierra Leone don't they intervene. Waiting on an intervention around this particular issue gets to do with climate change.
Thank you very much. So we are now living in a world in which the climate is fight back. We are getting, we get when dry season they come, we get more of dries, places extremely hot. So don't make witness them. When rain they come, we get more of rains. So anytime within any season, we get more of them till we gains. That is because we are infringing on the climate and the climate is fighting back. And Orange Saloon, as a telecom sector, we also work within that bubble in which we have the biggest sites. And when I say sites, then they make you communicate. So the poles that people in Kizan communities and so on, and they facilitate for they will make call from one person to another. So that site then they are very expensive for one. In fact, for establish one site, you need for cost $150,000. We have over 500 of those in Sierra Leone. And in fact, on Thursday, we go unveil one na Put Loco. No, sorry, na Tonkolili, na a village called Teni. That just tells you that we are expanding in other areas. But then side they come with their own concomitant environmental degradation. So we get generators with the one at that side and then generators and they impact the environment because of the carbon fuel they pull. So what do? We have a whole department called the environmental department, a whole officer, the hardworking guy. We're in there for calculate the RER, that's what they call them, renewable energy ratio. So we calculate how much will they impact the environment every month. So for example, we look at all the sites, how much fuel we emit in the environment. If we emit high for January, we then ensure that we reduce some for let it go down to February. So what basically we have done, and I'm happy to tell people that we are the only company in a salon we don't able to swap 70% of the site now, maybe Ellen Khadija, they don't on solar energy. So basically in the next few months, all of our sites are going to be on solar energy. And we all know say solar energy is a very sustainable means of really promoting environment. So we are very big on that, but also not just that. Every year, we can collaborate with the Environmental Protection Agency and the Ministry of Environment for commemorate the World Environment Day. This year, what we decide for do, we decide for embark on environment work, green work, call it what you like. We get our stakeholders in environment, young people, work out from country 3. 2 purposes, for exercise, for break sweat, but for also raise awareness about the environment. We all converge in the Kaloka Park. We talk about how for promote environmental best practices. But we all just talk the thing. We also come with recycling companies. All the plastic the way we use that day in front of us, they recycle all of them. But after that, we all dispatch at the beach. We get a lot of dirty, over 5 tons of dirty. We get around the recycle lab also. So you know what this they tell you? It tells you that Orange Sierra Leone, we are environmentally aware. And this not just salary happen. We are operating over 17 countries. We replicate all this practice now. All the 17 countries that operate, Mabel.
What about the tea plants in a one way and also wanna get some side wanna plant some moyamba and people be done they ask Orange Sierra Leone plant gives them na moyamba in as part of una work on they do under on a CSR for ensure see the tea planting help for growth tick them outside tick them all day. On a focus some on a moyamba or plan they forget some done other side them because not today no more they be affected when it comes to the issue of climate change.
So yes, Moyamba we plant 10,000 trees now a place called Kasewi rainforest now. Those trees are doing fantastically well because we they monitor them. We have a radar system in which they monitor all of them 10,000 trees. But no say no more don't plant Mabel. So we all remember the unfortunate incident will happen whether most likely happen. We also ensure that we plant over 3,000 trees, and those trees are fastly turning into forests. So what basically we are doing, whilst we have this massive deforestation, we are afforestating. And environmentalists, they tell you, that the best practice than the, when they cut tree, you plant. If they cut one tree, you plant 5 or 6. That's what basically we are doing. But we're not just planting, we are monitoring them. I make an environmental officer every quarter, every 3 to 4 months, it gets a target. They go visit the area and look at how the trees they thrive, and we all get a comprehensive figure of all 10,000 and 3,000 trees we don't plant.
So let's look at the goal of all of this at the end of the day. What's in our goal?
Well, the broader goal for Orange Sierra Leone, Mabel, basically now, and Khadija, now for ensure say we operate sustainably, we provide the best telecom service for people, because we are driven by 3 core values. 3 core values. This is very important value when I esteem viewers understand. We are driven by boldness. We are very bold. What that means? We are very daring. I make last year, we decided for swap all the sites. It was very controversial. I've been kind of this on our platform and tell people the impact we create. I apologize, in fact. But it was for the greater good. We swapped inside the day, all in the name for improve the network, because we need for move from 3G to 4G. Because as I tell you, we have now a lot of social media activity. And I can also tell you, because of that boldness we take, that daring step we take, now I can tell you that the networks is fantastically do well. Not only one word, Dandy. You cannot take my word for it. I'm the PR officer. But you can take the words of the Parliamentary Committee on Communication, Innovation and Technology, when they embark on them oversight a few weeks ago, then come now office. But before they come, they can do them preliminary investigation at the field. Then self-conceive say, the kind of will see the network they go, it is much more improved as compared to last year. The CEO say, Kwamaduba tell and say, I tell you what, when I did this, I knew that it was going to impact the people. But it was for the greater good. And now you are beginning to see. And he promised and say, in fact, these are just the stats of some of the impact with that swap get for do. You are going to see even better network as we go, because swapping can take small time. So I can tell you that. But the other value also has to wrap up also. Now responsible. We are very responsible. This is where the CSR comes in, the corporate social responsibility. We are responsible for where we live. Now you look at Orange, we are very big on women's empowerment. You go in our office, in fact, we have a lot of women. We don't pass the 30% quota we government provide for create job for women. But other aspect also, aside from being responsible, we care. We care about whose side we operate. Now we care about the environment. Now we look at global trend. We therefore adopt global best practice into our business. Now we the impact. We collaborate with governments. Now we President Bibi launching free quality education. We are one of the first people that will come and say this is a fantastic idea. We give $1.5 million to the government in tranches for help for build the free quality education. And I can tell you as we wrap up that we don't just the department don't just share letters to the vice president, to the ministers, to government, for let's select schools. You are going to select schools in rural areas outside Freetown, in which you get for go donate digital school kits. This is very important. That digital school kit, now a whole package, it costs over 6,000 euros. We give to school, we get everything we need for ensure say enhance picking them the learning in digital areas. You get computers, it gets solar, it gets projectors. For let's just picking them also learn how for do computer business. But the final one also, we also get with early childhood schools who don't be in this country. We have 5. We all know say nursery school, some of who skip nursery school. We know how to need the impact. We are also trying to catch children when they are young. We are building schools for sophisticated state-of-the-art where you go compare to any European school in the world. With the build our villages, can you imagine? You can go, you go to a particular area, for example, we went to a place, it's in Pujaun, yes. The part tell you say this school are the finest school, the finest building in this whole community. You can see, beginning at the villages, they get access to quality education. Just like beginning, they get access to quality education at St. John or at Free or any partner in the city. That is what we are doing. So in summary, there's a pattern when it comes to Orange. We are very specific in what we do, but the impact they create is very big. With the impact ordinary people, with the collaborate with government, the private sector, for ensure that we impact the environment.
All right, many thanks, Alfie. We join with this morning for talk about the Orange 2024 CSR reports. We'll continue for looking at that report and highlight some of the things them we are able to achieve as on our own corporate social responsibility for the people of Sierra Leone. Many thanks to you joining with this morning as we provide updates from different parts of the country on how the Kush they affect young people them and safe other substance them. We'll continue with then conversation there. As you all know, we'll give an update from the Funkia community. Outside the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, they work with community people, them stakeholder, then law enforcement agency now. They don't begin for arrest people where the community people they point say, now then they sell this particular substance where don't they affect the lives of young people them. We will continue for bringing updates from the Funkia community as we reporter Mohamed Kamade now with the law enforcement agency and the community people there where they go to the slum area them for arrest the one there where the people and the point say now then they sell the drugs na this particular community. Well, now then this edition of the Breakfast Show, many thanks to you, the watch. Many thanks to you saying you comment. We see all on our comments saying if you get information, but anybody where you believe say they sell any particular substance, now your community, you can send them to Liberty TV. We go send the information there to the relevant authority. Let them go and conduct raid na them particular community there. But ensure say na correct information you dey give we, so we self go able for push them to the relevant authority. As this na a nation-wide fight, everybody for come together, devoid of a political party, you tribe, or anything, for join hand together and fight against this crisis in the country. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.
All right, till we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get a good day and goodbye.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown, and I want to rub mouth a little bit for this proposed plan for divide Freetown into 3 cities. The reason why government give, they're saying that because of development, they're saying that because of improving service delivery. I can tell you up front, any city where they, who side we not plan the use of land, you not get land use planning, who side building permits, they're not effective, it go mean to say access will be a problem. And outside access not a problem, you will get challenged with disaster, you will get challenged with emergency access, you will get challenged with sanitation. And let me watch for ourselves the reality of waiting 45% of we city actually fever.
Me 3 grand picking there with me picking in wealth in mama. They're all not dying at this water crisis because people block the place where the water come, just can't flush the hose. Then 4 die.
People just they build all side. So even this community what this place them when an access road where vehicle for come. As soon as you the kind side, so you na be access road. If incidents happen now, vehicle one kind side, ambulance one kind side. Now this community for can collect, let's just say emergency. I wanna feel say that the ambulance go cancel. They want to pass them to and can go na the main line.
You see, we start Mapia, motoka no de kaya, bike no de kaya, possible by bike de kaya.
We try to cool and safe. This clean salon business. For kind size in able enter. Pass we take the dirty them, go to an outer side. So don't build at the place.
You see? Then dirty the other way the community people, then they pull from and know then see small rain, where then the twin and then the drainage jar. Now then they wash now the streets where we can see. You know, I feel like one time where rain come by Kisi Road, where at the pass, rain come, I see a huge dirty in the middle of the street. You know, where because of people don't get that ideology and that mindset, they say where rain come, then garbage, they only forgot to run a gutter, let water wash them. And forget say now the city then the dirty. You know, I feel I'm for the council people on that day because them be don't work that morning day, then where rain come, then come back and can't sweep.
All this are because of planning all day. All man they do so better. Guys, you can go inside, forget the dirty them. For care and gonna do. Some people are not get choice, so you go give them clean, so you clean, so you go left for people and do what's there.
Because they don't say Freetown City Council, holy solely, then facing a council they do road, then facing a council they give building permit, let people and build a road, let people and block us and access road where people want to car for pass or try for kind side, for collect people and dot. Not to mayor they in charge of giving building permits. Not to mayor they in charge of making road. We get the SLRSA, we get the Ministry of Lands, when are they in charge of issue those things to people where you know they do them thing and they. If law and order no they all man they go do no more what he wants. Who side salon they go?
Freetown City Council not give up. We still dey move forward with we new sanitation bylaw, and we really dey expect for see continued improvements because we don't dey make improvements. Dividing the city, the situation go worse because the Lily money wey for go towards service delivery will now go for run the operating cost of 2 additional councils. So let we not fix the wrong problem. The problem we need for fix, now the problem of service delivery. Dividing Freetown, not get for fix that one day.
Council X Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na Politics and the People, the program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform with a tin up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Term them like this, where politics they shape the future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to me.
One program where they ask the hard question them and seamlessly bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.